Hello LinkedIn, my name's Sam, as you can see from my profile, and I'm a coach, right? So you'll see in the little dialogue beneath my name, I write the words "wake the F up," right? And that's essentially what I do with people. And that breaks down to two things. I help them create whatever it is they have in mind, or whatever it is that they've struggled to create in the past, as well as using that as a tool to help them understand their true nature, right? So today, what I thought I'd do very briefly, and I'm going to be doing some more of these videos because for me, text is great, but video, it really gives the full picture, for me at least. And you guys get to know me a little bit as well, which is cool. So I'd love to hear in your comments what you think about this. So what I'm going to talk about, and you can see behind me, I've written dialogue, not definition. And we're going to talk about feelings. So one of the things that I do as a coach is I help people move from one place to another, right? And we can sort of look at that as a comfort zone. We've all heard of our comfort zones. And even though comfort zone doesn't actually exist, it does within the realms of how we feel, right? So it doesn't matter who you are. I mean, I'm very fortunate in my job that I get to work with a whole range of people, including high achievers, right? And that, you know, entrepreneurs, business owners, CEOs, that sort of stuff. And it doesn't matter who you are. We all have a perceived comfort zone. We have our perceived limits within how we feel. And what tends to happen is that when people come to me, something I see all the time with my clients is that their feelings become a definition. They become a definition. They have meaning in that I'm moving towards my edges here, I'm feeling uncomfortable, and they tend to pull back, they tend to hold back. And there is so much more that they have to give, they have to share, they have that, or that they want, but their feelings have become a bit of a definition. So what I want to do is just explore how we can turn feelings from definition into a dialogue, right? And that just comes from a slight shift in perspective. So instead of your feelings being real in terms of, you know, you're going to feel them. So we're going to do something, let's say, outside of this perceived comfort zone, whether that's asking for more money, which is a massive thing for a lot of my clients. You know, they've gone from a place of, I can't ask for that, to what happens when I do ask. Right, simple shift. And this can make massive shifts and differences, not just for people's businesses and their outward results, but for their inward experience, more importantly for me at least, because it's all very well creating cool stuff, but unless our inward experience kind of matches that or exceeds that, it's never really going to give us what we truly want. So what we tend to explore with people, which is what I want to share with you, is just a slight shift in perspective of what our feelings really are. And our feelings are a reflection of what we believe is true. All right? Our feelings are a reflection of what we believe is true. So, oh, I couldn't ask for that, or I'm not worth that much, or I've reached my full potential. That's another one I hear all the time. I've reached my full potential, now what? Well, if you'd really truly reached your full potential, you wouldn't be asking now what. And I've never met anyone who has actually reached their full potential. So instead of setting goals from a place of what I think I can get, we can shift that to what's possible, right? And it's so much more fun. It's such a more fun game to play, and it gets us much better results. And we also feel so much more liberated. So what I'd just have you consider today is the next time you have a feeling that feels limiting, know that it's coming from a place of belief, right? It's not coming from a place of experience. It's coming from a place of belief, and that may have come from an experience. It may have come from what something someone said or something you've learned, but it's coming from an interpretation, and that has created a belief. All right. And when we constantly, and this is something I talk to my clients about a lot, and I'm quite relentless on, because instead of just living within belief, let's seek truth. Let's seek truth of your experience. And what happens 100% of the time is that we don't look at just our feelings. We look at those as a dialogue, as an experience, but not a definition. And then we can start asking the questions that we want to ask and not have to change the feeling. Because one of the things that causes most suffering as a human being is that we need change in what we feel, that we seek difference, that we're constantly seeking a different feeling. So instead of seeking a different feeling, we can fully acknowledge what we feel, but also know that that's simply a dialogue and it constantly changes. All right. So I guess my question to you guys is, What happens to your results when your feelings and perceived limitations are a dialogue and not a definition? How do you show up differently? What do your results look like? Just something to consider. All right. So if you've got questions or you want to put something in the comments, please do. I'd love to hear from you. Like I said, I'm going to be doing more of these. And if anything sparks an interest or you want to know more, then let's enter a dialogue. Take care, guys. See you soon.